It might be spring, but a lot of us make New Year's resolutions that we might not have stuck with, but it's okay because you can start over. I am joined with Janelle McNeal, psychologist at True North Counseling and Development. So a lot of us haven't stuck with it. But you say we can get back on track.
We can, and it's okay, and it's normal, and it's the way that we're made. It's the way that we're made. In January, we have high hopes, and we feel it's really easy to sign your future self up for something that your current self is like, that's a great idea. And then when the current self meets up with that time, it's like, no, that sounds a little too hard. That's a little difficult. My life is too busy right now. So what I do, I work with individual women, and I also work with professionals, individuals, lots of entrepreneurs. And what we do is work and figure out how can you work on your mindset so that when something like this happens, and it inevitably will, how can you work on your mindset and say, that's okay. Let me not add to the problem by beating myself up about it, and let me get back on the horse.
Right, because a lot of times it comes with forgiveness, and
Yes.
some people haven't started, but what do you say to those people that might have went the 30 or the 60 days and then they just fell off the horse? How do we get back on the horse?
Well, one stroke at a time, okay? So we basically just say this was expected. So we're not perfect. We are human. This is part of the human existence. So part of that is learning how to be compassionate with yourself, learning how to be realistic. We have very unrealistic expectations for ourselves a lot of times. So if we can have realistic expectations and say, oh, this unexpected thing happened, or just regular difficulties in life happened, but I'm not gonna hurt myself. I'm not gonna beat myself up and make it worse. Instead, I'll just start really tiny, and I'll make my first step up, and the second step, and the third step, and then I'll start to be on a roll, and things will probably work out.
Yeah, because it's so hard when you look at the bigger picture of things. You might get overwhelmed, or, you know, I'm not saying I have any experience, but clearly. But you also say you have these circles, these success circles. What are those?
Well, I'm excited that you asked about that, because we're having a free sample success circle where you can come for free. You can just sign up at truenorthlex.com, and we'll be meeting, and you'll kind of get an example of what it's like. It's a small group of women. They meet together from different types of careers and talk about whatever is most important to them. So this month we'll be talking a lot about that second chance. How do you kind of like, you know, we're using a lot of horse analogies, but how do you put the blinders on the horse and like get your focus back and that sort of thing, so that you can really stay committed. But I would love for any women, if they're interested in joining us, to look us up at truenorthlex.com and see what a success circle is like, and see if you'd like to be involved.
That sounds great, to be surrounded by like-minded women that are experiencing the same things to do, and it's a different take on therapy and improving when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's like not therapy. That's the beauty of True North. We have our therapeutic services, and we also have just our general personal development kind of services, so it falls under that branch.
Great. Well, if you're interested in personal development and getting back on that horse, just go to truenorthlex.com. This has been Martina Barksdale with Everyday Kentucky, and we'll be back with more right after this.